Hey guys, welcome back. It's lesson video time, and we are going through what is officially called section 6.5C, which is all about using these systems of equations we've been talking about to solve some specifically worded word problems. Here we go. After watching this video, you should be able to use systems to solve word problems. Hooray! Here's what we got. Adult and student tickets to the school musical sold for $10 and $7 respectively. They sold 650 tickets for a total of $5,450. How many of each type of ticket was sold? Cool, lots of information there. And unlike a lot of word problems, we need most of it. We don't need to worry about adult tickets, student tickets, although we kind of do, because we need to know what it is we're actually dealing with. That first part, adult student tickets, that's define each variable. And when you look at the homework, there's going to be a spot for you to literally write down that X is all your adult tickets and Y is all of your student tickets. And you need to write that down as part of your answer. You need to understand that X is how many adult tickets are sold, Y is how many student tickets are sold. Now, the next chunk, and this is the hardest part of the problem, is you need to actually set up the equations for your system of equations based on the information that's in the problem. So, the key thing to remember is that the vast majority of these problems are all going to be about having two different totals. In this case, the problem has your cost per ticket and number of tickets sold for a total number of tickets sold and a total amount of money made. So you're going to have two equations, one for total tickets, one for total money made. The first equation I think is the easiest because it's going to be kind of the same in most of these problems that are set up this way. Total number of tickets. You have the adult tickets that were sold added to the student tickets that were sold for a total of 650 tickets, meaning your first equation is just X plus Y equals 650. X adult tickets plus Y student tickets, 650 total tickets. That's the first equation. Pause for dramatic effect and time to write. The next equation is your total money made. Now, here we have to take however many adult tickets were sold at $10 a piece. Oh, a piece per ticket. Oh, there's our times again. So it's $10 times every X plus $7 times every Y, every student ticket, and that has to equal 5,450. So you get 10X plus 7Y equals 5,450. And there's your system of equations. You've done the hardest part of the problem. Now, when it comes time to solve it and actually figure out how many adult tickets were sold and how many student tickets were sold, well, we've got our four now methods for solving. Graphing, you could graph it. Substitution, you could substitute it. You could eliminate it or throw it into Desmos, and you can guess what I'm using. Yeah, I'm throwing it into Desmos. Look, I even got it loaded up right here. Now, this is that little kind of pre-made Desmos thing that I had for you guys, but honestly, you don't need it. If I just go to Desmos real quick, open a graphing calculator, maybe, I can just literally type that in. Now, I got to go back and see it again. Oh, yeah, X plus Y equals 650. X plus Y equals 650. And where's the other one? Oh, yeah, 10X plus 7Y. 10X plus 7Y equals 5,450. Is that what it was? Nice. 5,450. And I'm done. I just got to find where they cross. But where do they cross, Miss Gianna? I can't see them. Zooming out. Zooming out. Zooming out. Hey, look at that. There's my two lines. And I don't have any trick for that. I know it's going to be a positive number of tickets and a positive number of student tickets, so I just keep zooming until I can see it. And sure enough, I click on the dot where they intersect, just like we did in the previous section. And as the British would say, Bob's your uncle. You're welcome for that. What does this mean? It means 300 adult tickets were sold, 350 student tickets were sold. If you already saw that earlier, you're welcome, but that's what we're doing. Okay? That's it. That's your answer. That's how you do these problems. Now, because I love you, my notes align very closely with the homework and even closer with the quiz. So what we're going to do, it's a little different in this video, is I want you to pause the video, and go do number 1. It's very similar. I think you'll see that. So in the packet, go to number 1, do it. I'm going to wait for you to come back. Proud of you. Now, check your answer right there. Did you get 642? I sure hope so, because that's the correct answer. Well done. Now, if you continue down in the homework, you'll see that number 3 is also very similar. You've got your 2 totals, but now instead of dealing with adult tickets and student tickets, you're dealing with necklaces and earrings. You are selling necklaces for $9 each and earrings for $6 each. There's your 2 variables. You need a total of 52 items, so necklaces plus your earrings is all of your items. You made $435, so your necklace money plus your earrings money equals all of your earnings. Read carefully there, okay? So basically, number 3 is just like number 1 and the notes, but now we're talking necklaces and earrings versus adult tickets and student tickets. So this will help you get through number 3 as well. Again, pausing for effect. Here's number 2, or example number 2. This is back in the notes. I'll take a second so you can flip back in your notes. And yes, that sound is what I think it sounds when paper shuffles. These ones are a little different. Now we have Steve and Roger went shopping for produce on the same day. Steve bought 3 pounds of bananas and 4 pounds of apples for $8.25. Roger bought 4 pounds of bananas and 2 pounds of apples for $6 even. How much does a pound of bananas and a pound of apples cost? Now, what's nice about this problem is they do kind of tell you right there at the end what my 2 variables are. Pound of bananas, or cost of a pound of bananas, cost of a pound of apples. Kind of says it right there in the problem at the end, okay? That's what it's asking for. That's what your variables are. Now, how much does a pound of bananas cost? We don't know, but we know that Steve bought 3 of them. So 3 times whatever that cost is, plus 4 times whatever this cost is for the apples, that's going to equal $8.25. That's your first equation. That's your first total. Like I said, most of these problems are going to be about finding 2 different totals. This one is Steve's total order versus Roger's total order. He bought 4 pounds of bananas and 2 pounds of apples. Okay. Now, when you're doing this problem, I'm going to tell you, be careful, because I know at some point, maybe we've changed this because we stopped being so mean, we flipped the order around of the problem. So like Steve bought bananas and apples, and Roger bought apples and bananas. And like if you're not reading carefully, you can flip your X and Y around. I think we stopped doing that, but just in case, read carefully. But again, 3x plus 4y equals 825, and 4x plus 2y equals 6. So I'm in Desmos. I clear out the old stuff. I can click on the little home button to get my zooming back to normal. And again, what am I looking at? And I'm going to show the answer again. 3x plus 4y equals 825. 3x plus 4y equals 825. Oops. We all make mistakes, and Mr. Young doesn't edit his videos. And 4x plus 2y equals 6. And look at, I only have to zoom out because how much does a pound of apples cost? 75 cents. How much a pound of bananas cost? $1.50, which, for the record, very expensive bananas. Oh, I have it backwards. Okay. Yeah, that's right. X is bananas, Y is apples, which is good because honestly, that's too much for bananas. But probably a decent price for apples. Anyway, that's how you do that problem. I'm going to pause again, and just like before, I want you to go do number 2. Okay, number 2, you will notice, very, very similar to what we just did, although I don't think number 2 in the homework makes that vague reference to Captain America. See if you caught it. Come back when you're done. Pause. Welcome back. Did you do it? Proud of you. Did you get $1.49 and 99 cents? Even more proud of you. Here's number 4. You and your friend went to Barnes & Noble. You bought 10 nonfiction books and 8 fiction books. Oh, I'll bet that is your X and your Y. Again, two totals. You bought this much books for this much money. Your friend bought this much books for that much money. Nonfiction plus fiction is total of all your books, and nonfiction plus fiction is total of all your friends' books. There's an apostrophe missing there, and that I don't like. I should fix that. That's it. If you can do these 4 problems, or really even just these 2 problems, you can do everyone that's on the homework. Some of the homework, especially I think the last 2, are tricky. The way they're worded is more difficult. I want you to do your best and check your answers on those 2, but these are what's going to show up on the quiz. So if you can get these 2, you're in good shape. Do your homework, turn it in. I love you.